monster that had destroyed Chilean in 1960 is the effect of earthquake, tsunami.
Chile earthquake of 1960, the largest earthquake recorded in the 20th century, originating off the coast of southern Chile on May 22, 1960. The temper caused substantial damage and loss of life both in that country, and as a result of the tsunami that is generated in this Trans-Pacific coastal area. The earthquake hit at 3:11 p.m. approximately 100 miles or 160 kilometers off the coast of Chile, parallel to the city of Valdivia. The shock is generally agreed to have had a magnitude of 9.5, though some studies alternately propose that it may have been 9.4 or 9.6. A series of shocks the previous day has warned of the incipient disaster. One of magnitude 8.1 caused major destruction in Concepcion. The full displacement source of the earthquake extended over an estimate 550 to 620 miles, or 900 to 1,000 kilometers, span of the Nazca Plate, which subducted under the South America Plate, as the quake occurred just prior to the revolution in seismology. In the 1960s, these figures are based mainly on post-hoc analysis. Many Chilean cities sustained significant damage, including Puerto Montt, where noticeable subsidence occurred, and Valdivia, where nearly half of the buildings were rendered inhabitable, though the havoc wreaked by the shaking was not inconsequential. Most casualties result from the descent 15 minutes later of a tsunami that rose up to 80 feet or 25 meters higher on the expanse of Chile's coastline bounded by the city of Lico and Porto Aysén, that parallel the subduction place. The combined effect of disaster left 2 million people homeless, though the death toll was never fully resolved. Early estimates ranking into the thousands were scaled back to 1,655. About 3,000 people were injured.
2 days later, the Golden volcano in Chile, Lake District, erupted after nearly 40 years of inactivity, and even thought by some seismologists to be linked to the quake. The local tsunami destroyed many areas of the Chilean coast and carried remains of houses as far as 2 miles inland. The waves then traveled across the Pacific Ocean and arrived in Hilo, Hawaii, 15 hours after the earthquake, causing 61 deaths on the waterfront and causing nearly $57 million in damages. The west coast of the United States had no deaths, but sustained over $3,700,000 in damages. In spite of the tsunami warning system in place in the Hawaiian Islands, There were numerous fatality and injury in Halo. It appears many of those killed or injured. Thus, the silence was a preliminary warning that would be followed by a second evacuation signal. Instead of understanding that it was a signal to evacuate immediately without further notice, others apparently chose not to evacuate immediately because they did not take the alert seriously. After experiencing little or no damage in their experience with previous alerts.
Vocabulary for shocks is any the usually minor tremor, commonly preceding the principal shocks of an earthquake. Plate is on the large moving layer of rocks that the Earth's surface is believed to be made of. Subsidence is the process by which land or buildings sink to a lower level. Uninhabitable is not habitable. Waterfront is a part of town that is next to an area of water such as a river or the sea. Silence is a device of making around warning noise. Natural warning signs. Feel. Big local earthquakes, many cause tsunamis. Feel the ground shaking slowly or for a long time. Sea. Tsunami may be preceded by a rapid fall in sea level as the ocean recedes, exposing reefs, rocks, and fish on the sea bottom. Tsunami often come as shore as a wall of water and quickly flood inland. See an unusual disappearance of water or oncoming wall of water. Here, abnormal ocean activity, a wall of water, and approaching tsunami create a loud roaring. Hear the roaring. Run. Don't wait for official evacuation orders. Immediately leave low-lying coastal areas. Move inland or higher ground. Run if you see the tsunami coming. Types of tsunami warning. Along or strong earthquakes. More than a minute or makes it hard to walk or stand up. Sea level change, a sudden rise or fall in sea level. Unusual noises from the sea, noises like jet planes or trains. For example, tsunami signs. In case of earthquake, go high ground or inland. Evacuation route for humans. Evacuation route for cars.
There's a hurricane coming. We gotta go.
Hurricane